What's up, freaking world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. I'm Justin Copeland.
I'm Grace.
I think you guys knew that, but if you didn't,
now you know.
People are always blown away by what you can smell in these fragrances.
Really?
Yes, so that will continue today, I'm sure of it. Today we're talking about...
I'm making it all up.
Doing a good job of it. We're talking about tobacco today. If you missed our little oud video, check it out there where Grace smelled 10 oud-based fragrances in my collection. And today we're doing tobacco. I think we have 11 here, and I had 2 more that I left out. I really wanted to pack them in, but we have to do this within reason. So 11 fragrances. The goals are the same as they always are. You smell them one at a time. You give your rating 0 to 10, and we'll choose 3 winners. We'll see if we can speed through it.
I'm very excited.
Let's do it. Here's your first.
Wow. Is this Argos? It doesn't smell that tobacco-y.
Yeah, that's one thing I did forget to mention. Some of these will have greater degrees of tobacco than others, for sure. But they all technically do have tobacco in there.
It smells really good. It smells kind of sharp in a way.
Paper could be doing that. I think it's warmer on the skin.
And familiar. It smells very familiar.
But you like it.
I really like it, yeah. It's great. I can't get depth on paper though. It's like very flat.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen here. The one flaw of this very fun format.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I like it. I can't really tell what's going on.
Got it. I get it. I definitely like this one more on skin than on paper. Lomi Dial Extreme.
Oh, as I kept smelling it, I was
Guerlain.
wondering if it was Guerlain.
It is Guerlain, yeah. So technically there's tobacco in here, but you get more like a warm, spicy cinnamon, I would say. You do have the signature DNA, so you might have some almond in there, bringing that creaminess. Ultimately a warmer, spicier, almost like Christmassy take. And there's also plum in here. Anyway, 7 out of 10. Not a bad start. This one's different.
Whoa. So this one is kind of sweet, but almost like a more of a powdery sweet than like a vanilla sweet.
Yeah, definitely not like a vanilla.
Yeah, or like a sugary sweet. It's like more powdery, almost like covered over sweet, like cloudy sweet. And then the tobacco is strong, but it smells kind of like wispy. Maybe like a cigar that was lit yesterday, but you're smelling the end today.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I don't love it on paper, but it might shine more on skin.
I really do enjoy this one. This is coming in this tiny little box that I can't read. This is coming from an indie house based up in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Okay.
It's called Melig Perfumes. His name is Matthew Melig. And this is one of his original fragrances that he calls tobacco, cardamom, frankincense. So those are the 3 primary notes: tobacco, cardamom, and frankincense.
Totally.
So I think it's fantastic. It has a cooling, fresh spiciness from that cardamom, lots of cardamom. I think it's more cardamom heavy, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
that's probably where kind of that sweet sort of
for sure. That tobacco's in there mixing with that incensey kind of feel though, which I think maybe makes it wispy, as you were saying. So it's not like smoky as in like fire. That's a 6 for, he also calls it just number 59. Highly recommend sampling it.
Does smell good, and I love the bottle. It's so pretty.
Yeah, in fact, this is his older design. He's upgraded since then. Okay. I didn't know this was coming right now, but here it is.
This smells amazing. I love this.
If you were to assign a number to your love, what would it be?
9. 9 is what instantly came.
Okay. That's a strong rating.
I know.
Smolder.
I almost guessed it was smolder.
I know.
It's because it's like a cold smoky. The way I described this one once is like the smell of like wood outside.
Yeah, for sure. I get what you mean by that. There's a cold quality to it, like cold air. To me, this smells a little bit similar to the last one.
Really?
They both share significant frankincense and tobacco together.
To me, it smells totally different, at least on paper.
The cardamom makes a difference here, but if you can get past that, they're in the same realm.
Yeah, especially if you know that it's cardamom.
Yeah, exactly. So our winner so far, by a long shot. Let's see if we can get close.
Wow, this smells so good.
Agreed.
I like this one even more than Smolder. Because it's smoky, but it's not quite as like punchy with the smokiness. It's sweet and warm and delicious. Is this Tobacco 28? 9.5.
Okay. Just a hair above.
I love that one.
Yes, I do too. Again, gift from Grace. Would not have it if it wasn't for her. I don't think I would ever have spent the money on this thing for myself. It is incredible. It is probably the most authentically tobacco fragrance on this list, I would say. I mean, it smells like a leaf you would roll a cigar with rum and spices. It's dry, a little sweet with that booziness. It's warm, definitely a little smoky, but not in your face. So good, so well composed.
This one's so good.
Yeah.
These are all so good.
There's tobacco might be a winner for you.
At first sniff, it's smoky and sweet together. Well blended, a little bit spicy.
Yes, definitely.
On the back end, like at the back end of what I'm smelling, you almost get like a little bit of that sort of more charcoaly end of like the darker side of the smokiness, which I actually really like. I feel like it gives it a lot of depth. 9.
Wow. Even higher than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Zaharoff Signature Tobacco. Cognac.
Oh. This
Definitely
is amazing.
tobacco.
Also so good on the skin.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It gets warm and cozy, and you know, there's a little bit of oud in there. It's like,
oh, maybe it's the oud.
maybe, yeah. This is like the signature Boozy DNA from Zaharoff, and he just added this very kind of honeyed tobacco boozy feel to it with some other things in there. It's incredible.
It's really, really good.
Honestly, there's even something
beautiful.
it kind of smells almost edible in some ways to me. Awesome stuff.
Like almost a little caramely or something.
Yeah, definitely.
But like soft.
Here's the next one.
This is my favorite video we've ever made.
Wow. We've ever made. We'll just keep going up from here.
This one is different.
Yes.
Does this have oud in it?
I don't believe so.
What about Gaiac wood?
Does it smell smoky to you?
Yeah, in like a...
Well, the tobacco could be the result of that. How do you feel about it?
I feel neutral about it. I don't love it as much as like the other ones on paper. I think it's wowing me for originality, but not for like...
Okay.
Like it's unique and different, but I'm gonna give it like a 5.5.
Okay. I think you felt about the same with this before when you smelled it on paper in another video. You also smelled it on skin in that same video, and you did like it more. This one does not do well on paper at all. This is Raja Creation E. This is the Parfum Cologne version. A lot of people, this smells like a rum and coke, or like a cognac coke or bourbon and coke kind of feel. I actually kind of like that. There's a sparkling quality to it. It's definitely unusual, as you said, very unique. On the skin, in the bubble that you get as it sits, it's actually like super classy.
Yeah.
So it's good. I need to wear it more. I do like it. It's not my first read from the brand because it is very different, especially if you just pick it up, smell like that. You're like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this today. But I do like it. It's not a bad scent.
Not a bad scent
Don't take
at
it
all.
wrong.
Don't. You should try it.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm on an olfactory journey over here. Yeah, this one is almost like a little soapy in a way.
Wow. I think that's definitely the paper.
Really?
Yeah. There's oak moss in there, but oak moss.
I mean, it is. I think that's what I'm smelling. Like by,
Is it
I
like
guess
a
by,
mossiness?
it's like sweet and also kind of dusty.
But this is like a big blend of things that's all kind of like evenly mixed. I get everything kind of all in the same proportion.
I don't love it.
Okay.
On paper, 6.5.
Okay. Not bad.
But not great.
Niche Fan Your Flames.
Mmm.
Very unusual scent, coconut and rum.
Oh, maybe it's the coconut.
Perhaps. It's like a two-faced scent. You have coconut and rum together, so it's like almost tropical drink. But then you have like tobacco and cedar wood and oak moss.
I can say that I have loved this when you've worn it.
Yeah, this is one that when you wear it in the cold and you give it room to breathe, it's incredibly unique. Nothing smells like this at all. Very, very powerful, so you gotta be careful with it. I love it. I talk about it all the time. Definitely better on skin, for sure. All right. This one's not super tobacco forward, but it's in there.
Does this one have plum in it?
Peach.
Peach.
Maybe even some apple.
It smells great. Yes, very fruity. The tobacco is like just kind of giving it some depth. It's not, it doesn't have any kind of like smoky presence.
Yeah.
7.5.
Okay, solid.
I like it.
It's a beautiful color. Triumph of Bacchus.
Wow, and it's changed.
It really has. Have you seen it since it got this dark?
No.
Tobacco and rum and some saffron and peach,
When did
of
you
course.
get that huge bottle?
This is the first one he sent me, like 2 years ago.
Okay.
It used to be like a very light pale yellow.
That's right.
And now it macerated and it became this gorgeous like pumpkin, almost like ambery color.
It's so pretty.
It's beautiful, and the scent actually got richer and full, and it kind of blossomed.
It smells so good.
It's so much more boozy than it used to be, especially on skin. Incredible stuff. If you want to try it, use the code FRESH10. Save some money. I don't know why you wouldn't.
It would be so silly. Also, it's so silly if you haven't subscribed.
By this point, what she said.
This one is so familiar.
Okay.
I like it. I don't know what's in it.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I feel like I've smelled this on you and I've really liked it on you.
This is called Cure Tabac. Cure being French for leather.
Yeah, I haven't smelled it.
And it's from David Jarquion. And this is kind of an unknown brand. You don't see it much. I got this bottle from Scent City. I'll link them down below. You should check them out. It's actually kind of a pretty simple fragrance. There's not a whole lot going on, but it's so well crafted. You definitely get a little bit of this kind of suede leather quality underneath, some slightly wispy smoky tobacco, and I get this kind of ambery sweetness, almost like a benzoin or like a vanilla in a way, but not actually that vanilla. Kind of simple, but again, blended so well that it smells like it has more nuance than perhaps it does. But good stuff.
This is almost like a peppery tobacco.
I think there's definitely some spices in there.
It's like a little bit drier and dustier. Not very sweet at all.
Not much. Most of the sweetness is in the base, like vanilla and amber, but it's kind of buried by other things.
7.
Okay,
Yeah, it's nice.
great.
It's not like, wow, the
Yeah.
best thing I've ever
Of
smelled.
course. Yeah, I agree. It's not a standout tobacco scent. It is a little different from others, but it's not like a wow, like lots of presence. This is coming from Lorenzo Villoresi. It's called Atman Zaman. I wore this when we went to Eugene. I pretty much was wearing it all day. It's a very handsome tobacco. It's kind of mature in a way. It has an ambery feel, kind of like the way it looks here. Definitely spices, lots of tobacco actually, but it doesn't scream. Overall, the profile is pretty soft, and you do have again some warmer notes in the base. Really well put together. Not the most standout simply because it's not a loud fragrance, but when you do actually detect it for what it is, it's a little different. A different take on tobacco. I got this from Mozzafiato, and they got some great deals, so check them out at the link down below. Last one?
But not least.
Nope, hopefully not.
Oh wow, this smells so good.
Okay.
This kind of smells a little bit chocolatey. I love it. 9.2.
Wow.
I love it so much.
Wow. Wow. This is called Tobacco. Comes from a brand called Frank Boclet. And essentially, if we're being real, this is a rip of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, which is one of his most renowned fragrances. It smells very, very similar to it. It's kind of this cinnamony, spicy tobacco, very warm, addictive in a way. What is it about the fragrance that you really love?
I don't know, it's just very warm and spicy and inviting and cozy and
Yeah, I think you might like the Tom Ford, which I don't have, and I've actually been trying to get it here and there, but it's always sold out at the discounters. There's like a shortage, a worldwide shortage of tobacco vanille or something. It's weird.
it's COVID.
Yeah, but this is a pretty decent substitute. It is technically a niche brand, so it's not cheap. It's not a cheap alternative, but it is cheaper than the Tom Ford, for sure.
It smells great.
Yeah.
The tobacco is there, but it's a cozy, warm tobacco. It's smoky,
Yes.
but in like a fireside way.
Great way to put it. Okay, so our winners are clear. We had some high ratings. Wow. So we had 4 that broke 9. So we have 2 9s, which was Saharov and Smolder. Both were 9. And then we had a 9.2, which was the Frank Clay Tobacco. And then 9.5 went to the Bag 28. Those are the winners. Those are some high ratings. That is kind of a rarity from Grace. So that just goes to show these are some heavy hitters. Anyway, we're gonna call it here. Grace, thank you so much once again. I love finding stuff that you love. It's the best thing in the world. It makes life worth living and videos worth filming. Let us know what you guys think of these fragrances in the comments.
Tell us your favorite tobacco fragrances.
Yeah, let us know. Do you like tobacco? Do you hate tobacco? If you haven't tried tobacco, we got 11 great recommendations here. Again, links down below to check them out. Please subscribe, join the Fresh Squad, and thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. See you in the next one.